physically, energetically, emotionally. Finding a moment to draw your awareness to the sacredness of your heart space. Maybe feel the sensation that circles around the heart, a place that we don't always just stop to feel the sensation of heart. The heart is the seed of emotion, tenderness, vulnerability, love, faith. And the heart is the seed of the Atma, or the soul, where the soul sits. Feeling the presence of who you are, separate from the external demands. Just taking this afternoon to come home to yourself, to live a truth, a calling. And as we chant together, join me. Simple mantra, Radhe Sham. Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Sham Radhe, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Sham Radhe, Radhe Sham. One Om, breath in. Begin to deepen your breath. Come onto all fours. To this morning, we will need a strap, if you have one, or a belt, and also a block, or some kind of bolster, pillow, hard pillow. As we begin, a simple cat-cow, wrist, shoulder stack, knees and hip stack. Inhale, draw chest forward, spread your collarbone, extend neck. Exhale, belly pulls in, round spine. Inhale, heart draws forward. Shoulders slide down the back, get that nice extension. Exhale, coil. A few more like that. Breath in. Experience the fullness of the breath as you open. Breath out. Come back to a neutral spine. Toe, walk your hands forward. Dog, tilt the pelvis. Anahata, chest to earth. Inhaling here. Reach from belly button to solar plexus. Exhale. Allow gravity to assist you, opening behind the back of your heart. Breath in. Smooth breath out. Walk your hands back. And then slowly float in Camel Ustrasana. Inhale, arms rise. Bend the arm bone. Press your pelvis forward. Cactus those arms. Now we're not going back into a forward fold. This time as you exhale, arms sweep back down, but this time you press and lean back harder. Inhale, rise. Hip, shoulders, knees stack, but then you press your pelvis forward, hovering camel. Draw shoulder points down the back, elbow points pull in. Exhale, it's this core stability. Lower belly pulls in. Now come back as a diagonal, arms alongside. Rising, inhale. So you're going to feel that little core activation there. Bend the elbows, finding that hovering camel. Exhale, down and alongside, opening. And slowly come back onto all fours. Let's take it back to downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. Undulate through the spine. Any movement here that creates space, connection, awareness, let it be there. Tuning in to how you feel physically, energetically. Remaining open. Not that you have all the answers to what is happening, both globally, socially, and in just personally. We don't have the answers. None of us do. But there is a sense of hope, asha, faith, shraddha, that keeps us moving forward. Walk your feet forward. Unlock your knees. It keeps us resilient. As you unlock the knees, let the back of the neck hang. Softening. Breath in. Breath out. Let's uncurl the spine. Let's rise all the way up to standing. Press down in the mound of the big toe, the outer edge of the heel. Maybe bring the feet closer in. Either toes touch, heels 1 inch apart, or feet 1 fist distance apart. Inhale, rise, Uttanasana. Draw forward and up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Forward fold. As your chest comes down, swing your arms back and interlace those hands. Roll the shoulders in. Now bend the knees. Soften back into your hips. Then rise, but straighten the legs as you move upright. Pull the arm bone behind the ear. Telescope up through the spine. Exhale down. Chest and thighs. Lift those toes. Straighten the legs. And fold. One more like that. Bend the knees. Rise up. Pause. Exhale. Down. Inhale, flat back, spine lifts. Exhale, let's step it back high. Lower. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Choice is yours. Down dog. Float those hips back. Breath in. Breath out. Bend the knees, step, hop to the front. Spine lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Circle the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, rising. Squeeze the side of the head. Draw your inner arm back. Exhale, forward fold. Interlace hands as you fold. Inhale, spine lifts, flat back. Exhale, step back high. Spring back low. Up dog or cobra. Choice is yours. Down dog, take it back. Breath in. Breath out. Bend the knees. Walk, step, hop to the front. Spine lifts, exhale forward. Inhale, rise, Uttanasana. And hands to prayer. Go into one more sun salutation. We'll move into our fluid sequence for the morning. Inhale, draw up and back. Exhale, forward, fold. Bind, if you choose, as you draw forward and fold. Inhale, rise, spine lifts, extend. Exhale, step back high, lower, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, choice is yours. Down dog. Breath in, breath out. Right leg down, dog splits. Inhale. Exhale, land right foot between hands. Low lunge, back knee descends. Top of the left foot flat. Sink down into that right hip. Then draw the arms forward and up. Now cross the left arm in front of the right. Inhale. As your elbows bend, pull your chest forward. Your chest is slightly in front of the hips. Exhale, opening the arms. Circle. Then swim your torso forward. Extend over the leg. And then straighten. Hovering Hanuman. One more like that. Breath in, bend the knee. Snake forward. Left arm circles in front of right. Exhale, opening. Arms swim forward. And then pull the hip back. If you need the extra breath, take it. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. Pick up the left knee. Inhale, right arm reaches in front. Exhale, Pardavita Skandasana. Right foot turns to the right. Back foot knife's edge. Inhale, snake around. Left knee bends. Half Skandasana. Exhale, twisting Pardavita Skandasana. Left hand inside right foot. Right foot turns to the right. Open the arms. One more like that. Breath in. Left knee bends. Getting into the hips. So we will be going into Ekapada Raj Kapotasana, full pigeon today. Exhale, twisting Pardavita Skandasana. Right foot to the right, arm along hip. Toes turn in. Spin all the way to the back of the mat. Exhale, right knee descends. Stay down into your hips, same thing. Inhale, rise. Circle right arm in front of left. Now sink down into the hips. As you exhale, circle the arms. Create that delicious figure eight. Tip forward, straighten. Hovering Hanuman. Find that forward motion as you lower into the hips. Rise. Exhale, circle the arms and really firm up that right glute. Opening, pull forward, back, and straighten. Right hand inside of left foot. Pick up that back right knee. Inhale, left arm reaches in front. Left foot turns to left, back foot. Knife's edge. Arm along hip. Inhale. Open based hip Skandasana. Right knee bends. Extend flat back. Exhale. Pardavita Skandasana. Right hand to inside the left foot spins to left. Back foot knife's edge. One more like that. Breath in. And then this time, as you exhale, frame left foot. Back of the mat. Let's take it through our vinyasa. High to low. Up dog. Down dog. Breath in. Press through the fourth ring and the thumb. Breath out. Right leg rises. Same sequence. Down dog splits. Pause as you extend. Exhale, draw the knee in. Step foot through. Back knee descends. Anjaneyasana, left arm crosses in front of right. One breath, one movement. Inhale, sink down. Draw shoulders back. Exhale, feel the elongation of that exhale, swimming the torso forward, straightening and hovering Hanuman. If you want a little bind, you can. Parivrtta Skandasana. Back knee lifts. Inhale first, right hand reaches in front. Exhale, twist in Skandasana. Inhale, left knee bends, opening. Bend that left knee. Exhale, Parivrtta Skandasana. Inhale, walk all the way back to the front. Exhale, right knee descends, set up for your low lunge. Inhale, right arm comes in front of left, sink down. Don't pull up, drop low as you lift up. Exhale, circle. Draw arms forward, straighten, hover back. Right hand to the inside, left foot. Pick up that back knee, inhale, draw forward. Exhale, left foot turns to the left, back foot knife's edge. Inhale, toes in, right knee bends, open based, hips Skandasana. Exhale, frame, front foot, left foot. Take it through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Same sequence, going the opposite direction. Left leg, breath in, rise. Exhale. Land foot between hands. Right knee sinks down. Inhale. Right arm crosses in front of left. Sink down. Press your pelvis forward and up. Opening. Swim forward. And then straighten. Hovering. Right hand inside left foot. Inhale. Left arm reaches in front, back knee lifts. Exhale, twisting. Parivrtta Skandasana. Inhale, toes turn in. Right knee bends. This time just exhale, frame right foot. Left knee descends. Inhale, rise. Hook left arm in front of right. Exhale, circle. Straighten. Hover. And inhale, right arm reaches in front. Back knee lifts. Exhale, right foot turns to right. Open it. So let's get into that outer hip a little bit. Turn toes in. And then bend that left knee, Skandasana. And then walk back to the right foot. Inhale, hover back high. Lower. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Left leg rises. Inhale. Exhale, land foot between hands. Back knee descends. Top of the foot flat. Expand with the breath. Circle right arm in front of left. Now draw low. Explore those oppositions, chest, drawing up and back as you sink down simultaneously. Arms wrap forward, straighten, and fold. Inhale, left hand reaches in front. Lift that back knee. Exhale, twist in Skandasana. Inhale, right knee bends. Open base Skandasana. Exhale, frame. Right foot, back knee descends. Let's finish in our cycle. Left arm circles in front of right. Inhale, rise. Lower into those hips. Exhale. Swim forward. Straighten. Pulling back. And then right arm extends in front. Last twist in Skandasana. Exhale, right foot turns to right, back foot knife's edge. Left knee bends, breath in. Frame right foot and take it back through your vinyasa. Down dog. Take a couple of breaths, sorry. In your downward facing dog. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Then slowly drop to knees and taking your block. So keep the block high side for a nice thoracic back bend. Edge of the block where your upper thoracic spine is. And extend the legs in front. That edge of the block comes just where that lower rib is, almost where an invisible bra strap might be. And flatten the flat part of the block across the shoulder blades, hands behind your head. Thumbs where the base of the skull is. Create a nice wall for your palms, head to rest. Now you can either have two options. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana feet, or straight legs in this beautiful, deep, restorative, but very dynamic back bend opening. Drop the block to a lower side. You can do so. You have choices here. Keeping the hands supporting the head. Interlace the last three fingers, forefinger and thumb, pointer and up. Squeeze the side of the head so your neck is still supported. It is not dropping past your shoulders. And you create that long line of extension from your torso up from your arm bone to the fingertips. Experiencing a deeper lengthening and drawing up into the thoracic spine guided by the lats. Notice the places on your back, shoulders, upper thoracic where you might be gripping. Maybe you return back to a different arm variation. I want you to come back to the sensation that circles around your sacred heart space. Perhaps feel the humanness of who you are, but yet transcend that humanness. Humanness is an embodied experience, but you at the same time are greater than the body, encased in the body. Maybe just feeling the existential sense of truth, love, and feeling emotion or sensation around the heart that is not labeled black or white, male or female, fat or skinny, successful or failure. The heart doesn't carry these identifications. Perhaps the mind does, and the mind shadows the heart. So learn to separate the two. I want you to stay in this posture a little longer. It's Friday. This pose at this time of the day when the sun is high is grounding, but yet awakening, bringing clarity, but yet it is grounding and calming at the same time. So it has both qualities. And if you do need to come out for a little bit, come out and then come back in. We're going to go deep but slow at the same time. And I know in my practice, there are times I will stay on this block for 5 minutes to really reap the effects, or to shift energetically, as well as the fascia that's gripping around my heart and closing me off. So there is different workings going on. A few more breaths here. Again, you're always welcome to shift the arm position if your arms are going dead. And then hands to the floor. Well, first, let the hands lift your chin, head, drawing it up so you support the neck. And then hands to the floor. Maybe close the legs first. Slowly straighten. Press yourself up. Ooh, yeah. Gradually, let's come on to all fours. So essentially, I'm going to ask you to do exactly the same pose, but now prone. So the effects are continued throughout our whole practice. And here, taking the arm base a little wider, you are coming into Anahata, but first on your forearms. Palms touch, chin in. Now this can be done on a block, but I'm starting without the block, so you got more space across your shoulders. You might need to walk your knees back, dog tilt the pelvis, and then really create that anterior tilt of the pelvic girdle, but extend forward, pressing the sternum to the earth. And both arms bend if you can here. So I am creating a fixture, so it's a little deeper, and I'm using gravity to assist you here. And slowly release. Hands press you back to down dog. Ooh, walk your feet back slowly. Hang in that ragdoll for a moment. And taking your strap, slowly uncurl and rise up. So I'm hoping you have your strap, or that you have your belt or scarf. Take the arms, hands around your belt or strap. I would like to say 3 fists. A little bit closer than shoulder distance, okay? This is a little hang-in, so I'm going to just double it up. Draw the arms up and over. Now you need to bend the elbows, tuck tail, pull your inner thigh back. Now as I take the arm back, I'm not going to drop it behind me. I'm going to find that sweet spot, bending my elbow slightly, chin in. You see how my elbow points are bent? As I draw back, I'm just waiting here. So you'll see that here. Okay. Then inhale here, gently. Exhale, halfway fold. Now draw lower belly and stabilize the lumbar spine. Pull up on the toes to firm the legs. Inhale, rise. Bend the elbows. Now chin in. This time push your pelvis forward. Pull up into the thoracic cavity. Slight upper back bend, but you're hanging on the strap there. Exhale, forward, halfway. And again, inhale, rise. Bend the elbow, so there is a slight bend. Pull against the taut strap. Go back. Pause. Go back a little more. Rise. And halfway fold. One more. This time we're holding, perhaps for 3 breaths. As you go back, now key here is lift those toes. Pull up from your inner thighs and almost feel your glutes not clenching, but contracting. 2 more breaths. Press the hips forward. Now lift into the chest. Ooh. As you rise up, let the strap to one side and bind behind your back. Interlace. Inhale. Move fist away. You're coming into different seal or bind energy. Squeeze the scapula in. Pick up the toes and fold all the way down. So that was strong in the thoracic, upper back. Release the hands, step back through your vinyasa to down dog. I'm just going to step into down dog. Yoga for me is more than a vinyasa, right? Meaning I don't need the vinyasas. Some days I'm fired up and got so much energy. Other days I feel like I need to just concentrate on the mission ahead. Right leg rises. Land right foot between hands. Now shorten the stance for me. So you shorten the stance. Pyramid base, but coming up, taking your strap. Now we are doing essentially the same thing of what we just did standing. So my friends, you know, I take one movement pattern and I repeat it throughout a class so that those muscles then start to change. Now pick up your front toes, press from heel to ball, firm your back leg up. Really concentrate on neutralizing the tilt of the pelvic girdle. So you're not puffing out like that when you go into a back bend. Curl your pubic bone forward. Then lift your left heel. Now some of you, I know I need to walk the left foot, right foot more forward. Press up first. Keep my elbows bent slightly. Lift your right toes, push from heel to ball. Inhale, slight hovering back bend. Exhale, controlled action. Heel down, extend 1/3, halfway. Inhale, rise, left heel lifts. Bend the elbows and keep the chin in and squeeze your shoulder points back as you pull against the strap. Draw left hip bone forward. Activate that glute. Almost feel a tucking of the tail, a clenching of the butt cheek. Exhale, fold, halfway. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, rise. Back heel lifts, bend the arm. Hold. Now scissor, right hip back. Breath in into the thoracic. A little more breath out. 2 more breaths. Rise up. Then inhale, hip back foot flat. Strengthening. Exhale, halfway fold. I'm watching, I'm losing people. Some of you guys are like, okay, it's too much. I'm checking out. Then release the strap, breath in. Exhale, W. Pull the arms back. Interlace hands. Roll the shoulders in. Exhale, fold, half, 3/4, all the way. Twist in triangle, left arm comes up, forward and up. Exhale, come into your twist. Now if you need to block, hand on the block. Outer right hip presses back. Anchor into that left heel. And even sometimes I like to just pull my waistline through, spinning open. Oh. Release. Left arm circles up and over. Toes turn in the long edge of the mat. Warrior 2. Right foot turns to the right. Back foot knife's edge. Sink down. Now, as you come into that Vira, that warrior, take your strap again. And as you draw the arms up, breath in. Again, shoulder distance or a little bit less than shoulder distance. I like it 2 fists. Sinking down. Now, gently keep the chin into the notch of the chest and then feel the muscle between the shoulder blades, it's called the rhomboids, as they pull back. Then bend the right knee and bend the right elbow. Look behind to the left back of your mat. Draw low into that right hip. Exhale, straighten. Shorten the stance. Yes, guess where we're going? Hovering. Inhale, rise. Bend the right knee. Revolve. Warrior two. With the strap. Straighten. And hovering. Triangle. Pause. Inhale, bend. Sink down. Down. Right arm bends, left arm straightens. Last time. Exhale, hover. Release the strap. Right hand, shin, ankle, floor. Reach up. Exhale, left hand behind. Now that's going to feel nice. I'm going to invite you to bring your ear to shoulder because of that holding of the strap and the strengthening. Some of us may have created extra tension around the neck as the ears elevate up in those poses. Just feel that nice release here. And release. Frame that right foot. Stay low. Top of the foot on the earth. Sink down into your hip. First stage, hand on the block. Take the right hand on the block. Place the block by the hip or slightly behind. Stay low so you get into that psoas. Notice if I pull up, then the stretch in the iliopsoas here doesn't increase. It is by lowering into the hips, I increase that stretch. Left arm draws up. Now maybe the inner arm touches to the side of the head. Press the right hand on the block or the floor. Drawing back. Oh. Now some of you can stay. Some of you might have a full bind, but you don't have to take it. Pick up those right toes. Press from heel to ball. Oh. Sinking down. Exhale, left hand swings back. Now right hand on hip. As you go back, you may decide first to pull up. See how I'm pulling up? Then, as you bend the knee, if you need to pad the knee out, pad the knee out. Heel and buttocks touch. Core pubic bone forward, tuck tail, quadricep opening. Maybe you stay here and it's like, oh yeah. For some of us, going into the quadricep and the psoas muscle, we sink down. So you take it off the kneecap, you come just above the knee, and the foot travels with you. So you keep bringing the foot towards your seat. Sinking down, that left femur is at a 30-degree angle. Please just stay here if you're starting to feel it. Those who have the range of motion in the shoulders, spin the left fingertips forward. Elbow point to that 90-degree angle, and then sink down. Now inhale here. Exhale. Breath in, so maybe you find this little pulsation. More that you can press your left shoulder forward, sternum lifting, shoulder points pulling back. As you drop from your middle C, the deeper you will feel this. Ooh, let us release. Let's take that right knee to meet the left knee. Nice, guys. Coming back, walk hands forward. And let's dog tilt that pelvis. Again for your anahata. Breath in. Slide onto your forearms. Exhale, forearm plank. Tucking that tail. Lower the hips. Then we're in Sphinx. Elbow, wrist stacks. Tops of the feet flat. Kneecaps lift. Firm up your legs. Draw your chest forward. So in our Sphinx, we're coming into half Bakasana. Bend your left knee again. Left hand will take your foot. Spin the hand forward if possible, or just keep the foot pulling close to your seat. Activate the right leg. I like to curl my toes under. Track your chest forward. In one sense, we just did this shape, but now it's prone. You're on your belly. Try and keep that left hip bone down. Getting into that psoas muscle right there. When you're ready, take the foot, one hand, press the foot back. Release your belly to the floor, both hands take foot. Exhale, both legs lift, half Dhanurasana. Lift your thighs. One leg stays straight, the other leg is bent. Any point you can release. I'm going to roll over to the right. I like to gently use my hand. Now keep your right pectoral muscle on the floor. Don't lift it up like that. Lay the chest down. Even the side of the head on the floor. Left hand takes in the foot, right hand takes foot. And if you're not feeling balanced, right leg swings over to the side. Again, press that foot back, opening. When you release, take that left foot, tippy toe on the floor as it crosses over the right. Then listen carefully. Left hand by the chest, right hand by the chest as you push up. Weave the right hand under the left, then take your left knee, cross it over the right. We come into a little counter twist, just so that you can feel that deliciousness here. You could choose to stay here or extend right hand and left foot. And pinwheel bend that bottom right leg. And the left hand takes the foot. You might be totally confused, and that's okay too. And as you release, roll back onto the belly, hands by the chest. Inhale, up dog or cobra, down dog. Something really shifting with all this deep shoulder work. I want you to notice the energetic shift. Left leg down dog splits, land foot between hands. Take your strap as you shorten the stance. So when there's tension, we are using the strap to create a tension and to pull us in opposition. And that's where the expansion lies. In our social and in our personal lives, each one of us are put under certain levels of tension. But that is where the expansion lies. You're going to find that place. Now, hands over your head. Wiggle your left foot forward. Lift your right heel. Tuck tail. You have to curl your pubic bone forward. Almost feel like you're clenching your butt, but you don't want to clench it. You just want to firm your butt cheek up. Draw the inner arms back. Now, the key here is bending the elbow. Chin slightly in. So you can create the space across the neck and shoulders. Then inhale. Press right hip forward. Turn on that right butt cheek. Glue. Exhale. Gradually. Right foot flattens. Halfway fold. Left outer hip. Scissors back. Inhale, rise. The right hip bone traces forward slightly. Elbows bend. Now lift into the chest. Find that sweet spot on the pause. Exhale, heel down. And folding. Inhale, rise. Right heel lifts. Tuck that tailbone. Exhale, down. This time we're holding this posture. Inhale, rise. Hold. Then begin to go deeper. 3 more breaths. Rise up. So each breath takes you that micro movement deeper. Hands, release strap, bind, scissor outer left hip back, telescope up through the spine, and fold forward as you anchor into that back heel. Oh, I actually think we held forward, but that's okay. Let's just fold forward gradually. Inhale, right arm reaches in front. Twist in triangle. Use your strap, block if you need to, sorry. Hand to shin, ankle, calf, or on your block. Turn your body so your shoulders stack. Keep anchored or rooting into that back heel as you spin open. Try not to collapse the chest like this. Press your sternum forward. Pull up from the underside of the ribs. Exhale as you release to the floor. Right arm circles up and over. Toes turn in first. Elongate the stance. Turn left foot to face the front, right foot in. Virabhadrasana 2. Sinking down, softening the shoulders. Taking your strap once you feel ready. And again, this can always be done without the strap if you don't have one. But there is an additional dual action and strengthening and an additional isometric action of stretching and strengthening at the same time. As you lower down, bend your left knee, now bend your left elbow. Use your right hand to pull on the strap as your right underarm comes parallel. Sink down, look to the right. Exhale as you straighten. Now I always need to shorten my stance, turn, walk your right foot in a little bit. Arms parallel to the side, hovering, triangle. Bend that left knee. Bend low. Bend the left elbow. Hovering, revolve warrior 2. Exhale, hovering, triangle. Inhale, bend that left knee. Find that sweet spot. Pause. And then straighten. Left hand, shin, ankle, calf. Right arm up, release strap. Get that nice long line of extension through the right side. Hand behind. Half bind. Ear to shoulder. Really draw that right shoulder back. Let the left ear come heavy. Just a nice little counter release here in the neckline. Frame left foot and allow the right knee to descend. Sinking down. Drop low, maybe the left foot walks a little bit to the left. Now you can use your block if you need to. Take the left hand by the left hip on the block. Stay low in that right iliopsoas. Inhale, right arm draws up, reaching. Maybe block high, maybe use your hand to the floor. Maybe stay, find that bind. Spin the right shoulder forward, dropping down from your middle bar. Inhale, telescope up and back. Use the breath as an incredible kind of tool or portal that carves out space, a pathway inside of your psychic body, right? A pathway of clarity, a pathway of seeing. Release. Left hand to knee. Now slowly you can either pull up first, if you need to. Bend that right knee. If you need to pad the knee out, do so. Heel to seat, stay, or sink down gradually. Spin that right hip shoulder forward. Keep foot bringing it close to your buttocks. Maybe your fingertips spin forward. Bend the elbow to that 90 degree. And then draw that right shoulder forward. Nice deep quadricep opening. And as you release, step back to all fours. This time playing just a moment, maybe you use your block, maybe you don't, but bend elbow anahata, chin in, squeeze your head through the window of the arms. Now maybe you use your block, maybe not. And you can slide onto your forearm if you choose, or stay here for an extra few breaths. Coming into 3 breaths, either forearm plank or staying in this anahata. I'm enjoying this anahata basically. On the block, it's really allowing me to go to that next place. As you release, slide all the way onto your belly. Refix my mic. Onto your forearms. Now spread your palms. Bekasana. First, firm up the legs, feet hips distance apart, tops of the feet on the earth, elbows wrist stack, bend right knee. Left arm can come to a 30-degree angle. Take right hand to foot, pull foot towards your seat, then drop your right hip down because it wants to lift up. Curl your left toes under, maybe engage your left thigh, lifting that kneecap, then squaring off the shoulders, track your chest forward and up. Half frog. And taking hold of the foot. Bow. One hand, press the foot back. Both hands clasp foot. Press back, lift up. Chin in. Maybe press off one hand, roll onto the left hip. Again, keep your left sternum or pectoral on the floor. Left foot might move to the left. Right hand's taking your foot if possible. Both hands if possible. Press the foot back. And if it's too much on one shoulder, just take it with one hand. But keeping the left shoulder anchored into the earth, the left pec, which is the muscle tissue in and around your breastbone. And the right foot comes behind you. Right hand at a 90-degree angle on the floor, weave the left hand under. So this time you're rolling into a twist, so your right knee now crosses over the left. Left hand presses onto right knee, spin and twist. Rolling over, looking to the right. Now this is just delicious. I love these little deep, intense moments coupled with this softening, almost grounding place. You can stay or extend right foot, left hand takes foot, bend bottom leg, right hand takes left leg. So you're in this pinwheel, pressing in opposition. Sometimes you need to lift the flesh from your back muscles and lay them flat. Do so. Not only is it a deep twist, it's also a deep shoulder opening. And then slowly release. Roll back onto our bellies. Press back onto all fours. And I'm going to invite us to explore a little bit with Our forearm balance, or just forearm balance prep. Using your block, create an L shape, forefinger and thumb. Now if you need your wall, use your wall. If you don't need your wall, don't use the wall. Down dog legs, elbows in line with the edge of the block. Press down and float up. Notice all the space that you've created, as well as a strengthening. Maybe this posture is more accessible. Maybe it's Friday and you need to get more grounded. Sometimes the astrological stars, the day of the week, the time of the day, all affect how we practice. Come back out. We're going to come into King Pigeon. So back to down dog. Right leg rises, down dog splits. Right foot to the left hand. Right knee over to the edge of the mat. Sink down into your hip, top of the foot on the earth. Scissor the right hip back. Telescope up through the spine. Now if you decide you just want to come straight into resting pigeon, you can. Otherwise bend. Use your strap or your belt, bend your left knee and just lasso the foot or take the foot with the hand. And then if you can, spin the arm up. Walk your right hand back, press the foot back. Draw your hip bones parallel. Enjoy that nice opening. A couple more breaths. Release when you're ready. Finding that nice resting pigeon. Rise up. Just take it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg, down dog splits, and land the foot through. Oh, into pigeon. Left foot moves over to the right. So the knee is not in line with the left hip bone. The left knee comes over to the left. The foot comes a little bit closer to the groin. If again you want that longer extra rest in pigeon and you feel your shoulders are toast, please just rest in your resting pigeon. Otherwise, let's play with that last deep opening, coming into your full king pigeon. Using the strap. Press foot back. That's the keys. Pressing foot into your strap, lifting up. It is the dual action that creates not just the stretch but the expansion. Resting pigeon. When you're ready, fold forward. Rise up, swing the right leg around and lower back onto your back. So you have a choice: bridge and wheel, 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 bridge, bridge, supported back bend. As you come back down, hands alongside hip, tuck tailbone, ground your sacral base. Inhale, peel lower mid upper spine or hands up by your ears, go straight into your wheel. We've done a lot of deep thoracic back bends. So moving straight into the posture of a full wheel might be quite easy. Straightening the inner arms if you're going into that wheel. Release down, upper mid, lower spine, all the way down. Bridge or wheel. Take a moment. Notice if you're able to experience the fullness of the breath, not just as you transition, but in the posture. Wheel again. If you would prefer a forearm wheel, you can always take that forearm wheel. Last back bend, choice is yours. Release down, hug knees to your chest, and let your lumbar spine press into the earth. Maybe bent knees, happy baby. Maybe both legs straight. Let's rock and roll. Last pose, come up to a seat. Bring the soles of the feet together. Fingertips can come behind you, telescope up through the spine, folding forward. Maybe just lean forward. Maybe you take your toes, open them out like a book, elbows pressed to the inner thighs. Release your lumbar spine, your lower back, chin in. Maybe walk hands forward. Just our last pose to neutralize all those deep back bends, shoulder opening. Almost let your upper thoracic spine round. Let your chin draw up. Let your head and neck round. And gravity assist you in this last posture. And then release Shavasana, final relaxation. Roll the shoulders under, palms face up, let it go.